An analysis of Sweden in the view of the pandemic. On March 11, 2020, WHO had declared the virus to be a global pandemic, uprooting millions of lives. By June 10, Sweden had recorded 46,814 confirmed cases and 4,795 deaths from the virus. We present to you all a virtual tour to the economy of Sweden. Sweden, a country located in Northern Europe, bordering the Baltic Sea, and is a member of the European Union. It has a mixed economic system with centralized economic planning and government regulation. It is known for having the 12th highest GDP per capita in the world. In pre-COVID era, the economy remains robust, but growth is set to slow to 1.6%, with inflation close to 2% target and global uncertainties. Due to Sweden's extreme reliance on exports, in March, some of the country's biggest companies such as Volvo Cars had to halt production and cut thousands of jobs. While the production cycle of European steel is expected to mark the bottom in June 2020 quarter. The graph on your screens represents the declining GDP and the increasing unemployment rate, exacerbated by the lockdown. The GDP probably declined during the first quarter of the year as economic activity fell in March. But in the second quarter, the plunge in GDP is most likely the largest ever recorded for one quarter in modern times, with unemployment rate expected to reach 9% this year. Sweden's central bank forecasts an economic contraction between 7 and 10%, while unemployment ranging between 9 to 10%. The European Commission's current forecast for Eurozone is for an economic contraction of 7.75% for this year. What is the unemployment situation for the country? The unemployment rate increased to a 9% in May from a 7.1 in 2019. And looking at the worst case scenario, the Swedish economy could see a 10% drop in GDP and unemployment figures could soar to 13.5% this year. Under the government's support crisis package, the Swedish government presented a number of measures on March 30, 2020. Temporary reinforcement of unemployment insurance, increased funding for public employment and services, more opportunities for vocational education and training, and removal of income ceiling for student aid. Short-time work allowance measures were introduced with the aim of helping affected companies to be able to retain their staff. It allowed the companies to apply for government support and temporarily removed the requirement of a doctor's certificate for validation of reduced work capacity. Tax developments were introduced to strengthen company liquidity through deferral of tax payments. It involved the postponement of payment of preliminary tax payment on salaries, value-added tax, and employer contributions for 3 months. The central bank has increased its lending to ensure necessary credit supply for Swedish companies and has enabled loans in US dollars against collateral to ensure a continued and adequate supply. Legal changes in response to COVID-19. Despite the high mortality rate, the Swedish government decided to trust its citizens to stay inside, and no lockdown had been imposed in the country. Every decision was being taken by a team of specialized epidemic experts, doctors and economists, rather than the Prime Minister, with Mr. Anders Tegnell, the state epidemiologist, at the forefront. Social developments. The Swedish government employed the herd immunity strategy, where the idea is to reach a point in your population where enough people are immune to the disease. For this strategy to work in Sweden, 60 to 70% of the population would need to be immune. Technological developments in response to virus outbreak. Sweden attempted at finding a cure. Cobra Biologics and Karolinska Institute joined the forces to fight the virus. Sweden attempted to revive trade through mass production of ventilators and received a tender of delivering 500 ventilators to Italy. Potential causes for the Swedish economy. Scenario 1, where coronavirus is contained relatively soon. Economic activity starts to improve as early as in the third quarter and continues at a good pace. Scenario 2, it is more difficult to combat the virus. Demand remains weak during 2020. There is a recovery, but GDP is not back to pre crisis levels until the second half of the next year. In scenario 3, it takes even longer to combat the virus. The financial system will be under significant stress. There is limited recovery, leading to a very difficult economic situation. Thank you for watching.